Hello everyone and welcome back to Tech News Channel. Apple in 2023 will continue on with its 4 iPhone lineup, debuting an iPhone 15, 15 Plus, 15 Pro, and 15 Pro Max. As with the iPhone 14 Pro models, the iPhone 15 Pro models will have features that are not available in the more affordable iPhone 15 devices. This roundup highlights everything that we know about the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max based on circulating rumors. The iPhone 15 Pro is expected to measure in at 6.1 inches, while the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be 6.7 inches, identical to the iPhone 14 Pro models.
So far, it looks like the iPhone 15 Pro models will have an updated design, with Apple introducing thinner, curved bezels and a new titanium chassis. Apple is also expected to add a redesigned mute button that could actually serve as an action button similar to the action button on the Apple Watch Ultra. The mute button will replace the current mute switch. An upgraded 3nm A17 chip will be exclusive to the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, with the iPhone 15 models using the same A16 chip that's in the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. All iPhone 15 models will feature the dynamic island and will also transition from Lightning to USB-C, but the iPhone 15 Pro lineup will include an upgraded USB-C port that features USB 3.2 or Thunderbolt 3 transfer speeds. More RAM is expected alongside the A17 chip, but all iPhone 15 models will use the same 5G Qualcomm modem chip technology for connectivity. Apple is expected to introduce a new ultra-wide-band chip for nearby interactions, with the UWB chip integrating with the Vision Pro headset that Apple will introduce in early 2024. For the most part, the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max will have the same features, with one major difference: the telephoto camera lens. Both models will include telephoto lens technology as part of their 3-camera array, but the iPhone 15 Pro Max will have a periscope lens that will enable 5x to 6x optical zoom, a notable improvement over the 3x zoom on the iPhone 14 Pro models. A photo of an iPhone 15 Pro with USB-C port surfaced in February, giving us our first look at the design of the device. Dummy models followed in April, as did several renders. The USB-C port doesn't look too much different from the Lightning port in the current iPhone 14 Pro lineup, but it's interesting to see the similarities. The image shows off the deeper curve that Apple is expected to add to the iPhone 15 Pro models, and it has a brushed metal finish that could be the rumored titanium chassis. Leaked front glass panels designed for the iPhone 15 Pro models give us some insight into the thinness of the bezels, and there is a noticeable difference in size. Thinner bezels will be limited to the iPhone 15 Pro models with no change for the standard iPhone 15 models. Rumors initially suggested the iPhone 15 Pro models would feature a unified volume button design, but this is no longer the case. The updated design was linked to solid-state button technology, which Apple is no longer using, and so the company is returning to the standard 2-button design that it used for the iPhone 14 Pro. Renders and leaks depicting a single button are now outdated since the design has been updated. While the volume buttons 1T have notable changes, Apple is expected to swap the mute switch for a mute button, which is accurate in renders that we've seen. Based on renders designed from CAD drawings of the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the device could be slightly thicker than the iPhone 14 Pro Max, with small reductions in the height and width. The iPhone 15 Pro Max is expected to be 8.25 mm thick, 0.4 mm thicker than the iPhone 14 Pro Max. The camera bump may be slightly thinner than the iPhone 14 Pro Max camera bump, and as we have seen in renders of the iPhone 15 Pro, the edges are expected to be more curved. Bezels will also be somewhat thinner compared to the iPhone 14 Pro Max. The iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max are expected to look similar to the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, with 6.1 and 6.7-inch OLED displays and a dynamic island cutout for the camera and Face ID hardware. There have been rumors of some tweaks to the chassis of the two Pro models. Leaker Shrimp Apple Pro has said that the iPhone 15 Pro models are expected to feature thinner, curved bezels compared to the iPhone 14 Pro models. The displays would remain flat despite the slimmer and curved edges, a design similar to the Apple Watch Series 7 and Series 8. The iPhone 15 Pro's bezels are expected to measure in at 1.55 mm, which means the device will break the record for the thinnest bezels in a smartphone. The iPhone 14 Pro, for comparison, has 2.17 mm bezels. Instead of stainless steel, rumors suggest that Apple will transition to titanium this year, using it for the frame of the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. Compared to stainless steel, titanium is lighter and stronger, but it is also more expensive because it is harder to work with. Presuming no other major changes in terms of internal components, an iPhone constructed with a titanium frame will be lighter than an iPhone with a stainless steel frame. So it is likely that the 15 Pro and Pro Max will be lighter than their iPhone 14 Pro predecessors. Weight will ultimately be determined by the alloy that Apple uses. Titanium is already used in the Apple Watch lineup, and Apple has in the past featured two titanium colors, a standard silver-like natural titanium color and a darker space black version. Apple could use these same colors for the iPhone 15 Pro models, or design new shades. In addition to being lighter weight, titanium has a different finish than stainless steel. Rather than being shiny, it has more of a matte texture that will not attract fingerprints in the same way the iPhone 14 Pro's stainless steel frame does. Titanium is a much stronger material than stainless steel, so an iPhone chassis made of the material could be more resistant to dents, dings, and bending, but it may be easier to scratch because the oxide layer is easily damaged and can make minor scratches stand out. The iPhone 15 Pro models could be available in a dark red color, close to a maroon or a burgundy shade. Apple often provides one new color each year, and rumors suggest this year's color is a deep red. Prior colors have included dark purple, green, and dark blue, and the red shade will be available alongside standard silver, gold, and space gray color options. If you like this video, please subscribe and leave a comment. We are counting on your support.
Want more iPhone 15 news? Hit that subscribe button and see you soon.